Hey everybody, it's April Davis PI and it is March 2025. And it's time for Dodgers baseball. Now, let me show you what I have here. I have two Los Angeles Dodgers Nike City Connect jerseys, the one on the left and the one on the right. And by the way, before I get started with this, if you haven't seen last year's video on this, I'll link it in the top right-hand corner of this video. There has been a lot of confusion over these jerseys. There's the authentic players one that runs between $175 to $250, not including the taxes, made by Nike. And then there's the second one made by Nike, which is the City Connect replica jerseys. And they're both actually about the same. One's a little bit heavier quality material. One is for the players. You can buy those at the stadium, or you can buy them in the Nike store. Or you can just, go on to eBay, Mercari, Facebook Marketplace, and get the legit replica one. So when I say replica, I don't mean fake, I don't mean counterfeit, I don't mean bootleg. These are actual, authentic replica jerseys that are made from Nike. And I probably shouldn't be spending this kind of money. If you don't know already, I am a disabled person. But I have a birthday coming up next month, and I'm hoping that maybe I'll get a little birthday cash. And so therefore, I'm going to treat myself, and I'm going to buy this Nike Los Angeles Dodgers City Connect jersey. I order it from Mercari. I find a really nice seller who's local to me in Rancho C. He's willing to take a lower offer. Plus, I had a small coupon from Mercari. But now Mercari has added a buyer's protection fee. That's new this year on Mercari. So by the time I pay the jersey, the shipping, the taxes, and that little buyer protection fee, minus the coupon, it's still going to cost me $46 and change. But hey, remember, I might have some birthday money. So I order it. Well, after I order it, I realize that I bought a men's extra large and not a women's extra large. And I want the men's, but I need a men's small. But then I realized that these jerseys are made all over the world. Some are Indonesia, some are Honduras, some are Guatemala. And depending on which country yours is manufactured in, the size may vary. So, it's probably not going to fit, but we'll see. In the meantime, if you look at the jersey on the left, the one that is missing the tags, even though it was sold as new, I buy that in a large. In the meantime, I decide to list this jersey on Facebook Marketplace so I can offer it at a lower price, recover most of my money faster. I won't have to bother with shipping. Somebody won't have to wait. There'll be plenty of people here right in Los Angeles that'll want it. They'll want to just pick it up in person. I don't have a problem with that. I have a local meeting place that's safe. Let's just do that. So I get it listed on Marketplace. But I do state that it's the replica jersey, not the authentic jersey. And of course, Facebook Marketplace, they flag me thinking that it's a fake, that it's counterfeit, that it's garbage. I have to redo the title. They take my old listing down. I redo the title. Magically, the listing goes back up because I also filed a dispute trying to explain to them that Nike makes both the authentic player's jersey and they make the replica jersey. But hey, if it makes Meta and the AI happy, I'll take the word replica out of the title. Well, I start getting offers left and right, even before the one on the left arrives to me locally from Duarte, California. Well, here we go. Today is the day that all of these people, and I'd say at least 12 people, have messaged me, but either they can't come or they can't come at the right time, or they're too far away, or they don't have the cash and they want to send a Zelle. And Zelle is a big red flag. For those who don't know, don't ever take Zelle on an app like Facebook Marketplace. Just don't take it, period, unless it's from somebody that you personally know. So, then there's the issue of, well, I got to go get the cash. Oh, well, I'm stuck at the work. Oh, but I'm down the street at Universal. I can be there in 6 minutes. La, 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 la. While I'm waiting for a woman who's coming from Universal, who shall be nameless, and she's now going to an ATM to get cash. My mailman comes and delivers the one on the left. And I'm thinking, what perfect timing, because now I'll be able to open that bag, look at it, and compare it to the one on the right that I got from the Mercari seller in Rancho C. Well, all of a sudden, she's now stuck at work, and I got a lady that's pestering me from Pasadena. Very nice lady, by the way. Pestering was probably the wrong word, but she wants to come, and she wants to come right now. And she realizes that with traffic, it's going to be about a 40-minute drive. She's got kids to pick up at 5, but she really wants it. So I tell the lady at Universal, like, listen, you've either got to come now or you're going to have to postpone, because I've got a lady driving all the way from Pasadena in traffic, and I don't want her to get here and the jersey's gone. I just don't think that's the right thing to do. And she agrees, like, yeah, if the lady from Pasadena can make it before I can, just go ahead and sell it to the lady in Pasadena. Well, this lady shows up, and I tell her the whole story that I just told you. I bought the one on the right on Mercari. I ordered the wrong size. While I was waiting to get it, I went ahead and I ordered a second one on eBay. And the reason I didn't buy the replacement one on Mercari from the same seller is because he had since raised his price. He had also told me when I bought it that he would mail it the very next day. I bought it on a Thursday, and he would mail it Friday morning. Well, the post office had no record of receiving this until Saturday night. So I decided, since he's raised his price and he's not being truthful on when he's shipping it, I'm just going to go with another guy that's even closer than Rancho C, although rather close, Doherty. He's a few miles closer to me. He's got really great feedback. He'll ship it in a day. And while I'm waiting to see if the lady from Universal is going to show up or the lady from Pasadena is going to show up, the mailman arrives with the one on the left, the the large. So in the meanwhile, the lady's driving from Pasadena, and I start comparing them like apples and oranges. And I'm noticing that there are some discrepancies. And then she comes, I have her pull into my driveway, and we lay these out on the back of my car, and we start looking at them. I tell her the story. I tell her, like, hey, the one on the right that you're buying, that's the one I got from Mercari. That's the one that's got the tags. But the one on the left that I just got from eBay, which is going to fit me better, I'm a little bit sus of that. Because did you notice that the one on the right that you're buying has Dodgers on the collar? Yeah. In fact, let me show that to you. You may not be able to see it until I show it to you up close. But see this? It's got Dodgers above the tag. That's what it's supposed to have. The one on the left from eBay, which is made in Guatemala, is missing the Dodgers tag. If you also notice down here on the front, above this tag, it doesn't have the hashtag like this one has. The hashtag that states, it's time for Dodger baseball. That's what that stands for those of you that are not Dodgers fans. That's supposed to be on there. And I'm like, and I bought both of them new. And the one on the right from Mercari has the tags, and these are legit tags. The one on the left doesn't have any tags, and it looks like where it's missing the Dodgers insignia, that there's some kind of a paper tag that's been cut with scissors right here. They're not supposed to have a tag there. What did the guy remove before he sent it to me as allegedly new? Then I start looking at the sleeves. Don't you notice that the sleeves on the right, even though it is a larger size, they have the much wider band than the sleeves on the left? Then the lady that comes to see me, she notices something that I had not even noticed, considering I only had these for a few minutes. But the one on the left from eBay, it's a sewn patch. And the lettering is supposed to be sewn. And it is. It's not pressed. Both of them are sewn and not pressed. But the Nike swoosh on this one is machine sewn. Yeah, you can see all threads. It doesn't look like a patch that's been sewn on, excuse me. She's a little worried about the color, because The legit one, the one on the right, which she's going to buy, it's more cream colored, through in and through out, meaning inside and out. The one on the left is cream colored, but it's white underneath that on the inside. It's not supposed to be two colors. It's supposed to be the same colors. Now, the Los Angeles looks similar on both, but there are slight differences. They're both hand sewn or machine sewn like a patch, and the pattern for the threads is exactly the same, but the coloring and just the positioning of the letters is a little bit different. The one on the left, to me, actually looked a little better than the one on the right. That's the only thing I question about the one on the right. Like, are the letters right? But I've heard that some of the fakes, the letters can actually look better than the ones that are legit. So, sometimes it's more cost effective to buy the fake and just keep a fake. But, do I want to spend almost $60 on a fake, considering that I'm selling the one on the right that's the legit one? And, it may not even be real. So I write the guy on eBay and I tell him about this little pickle that I'm in. Like, hey, I bought one from somebody else, but it's the wrong size. And then he raised his price. And I noticed that you're geographically closer than that guy and you have really good fast shipping. So I decided to buy from you. But how come it's missing the hashtag, it's time for Dodger baseball? How come it's missing the Dodgers on the collar? And also, if you look at the back of the jersey, both of which are very, very similar, this one has the Major League Baseball logo right here, up at the top. It's supposed to be down here. It's not supposed to sit high. It's supposed to sit low. See, this one is down here, and then on the inside, you can see where it says Dodgers in script. That's supposed to be there. And if you look at the sleeve, the LA Dodgers right sleeve, where it says LAD, is larger on the one on the right than the one on the left that's from eBay. And I do the research, and yes, they are supposed to be larger. So everything fits with the one on the right, but she can't understand why the ones online, why they look so white. And I'm like, that's because when you take pictures online, no matter what type of lens you're using, it's very hard to see creams and beiges on camera, but you're looking in natural sunlight. So that's why this looks a little bit more cream, or a lot more cream, under the sunlight than it does on camera. But she's worried. She's worried that it's too cream. And the other one is less cream and more white, like the ones in the online picture on the Nike store. And I'm like, no, but you're just not seeing the right color. But I have a problem with the fact that the hashtag is missing, the Dodgers insignia is missing, the sleeves are different, even in the blue and the red band part. Those are different. The numbers, the 17 for Shohei Ohtani, is two different sizes. The one on the right is smaller. The one on the left is bigger. Now, I'm not selling the one that I thought could be fake, because I won't sell a fake. I'm a PI for 40 years. I even did fraud cases, counterfeit cases for Nike back in the 90s from their Paris office. So I know a little bit about this, and I will not sell a fake on anything. Not eBay, not Marketplace, not Mercari, not Poshmark, not anything, because a fake is illegal. It is fraud. I will not sell a fake. So I tell her, like, if you don't think that this is absolutely 100%, then I don't want you to buy it, because I've got 10 other people already in line that are, all want to come to my house tonight to buy it. And I'm going to do a little bit more checking. So while I'm waiting for those people to respond, I have now contacted the guy who sold me the one on the left. I won't identify him by name or by username, but he is in Duarte, California. And I tell him, thank you for the fast shipping, but I think we have a little bit of a problem here, because I have some questions about the item that I purchased. And I explained that, I explained this kerfuffle, if that's the right word, that the one from Mercari that's a size too large is quite different than the correct size that I bought from him on eBay. And I believe that his may be a fake without actually calling him a crook. The guy responds immediately and he says, "Oh, no problem. And, if you're not happy, you can send it back and I'll even float you a little extra cash to pay for the return shipping so that you won't have to pay anything." And I respond and I said, "Well, I really actually like it. If it's a fake, it's a nice fake. I really like it. But, I don't think I'd want to spend close to $60 for a fake. And by the way, I am a part-time seller on eBay and fakes are prohibited." I was hoping that he would look at my username and realize that April Davis PI stands for April Davis Licensed Insured Bonded Private Legit Investigator. I was hoping, that would sink in and he would start to get a little bit worried. So in the meantime, I have to type the due diligence report to eBay because I wouldn't be doing the right thing if I didn't let eBay know that, hey, I got a jersey off your site and I think there may be a few issues with it. And this is what I think. What do you think? They write back, "Thank you for the report, but we can't tell you the outcome of our investigation." And in the meanwhile, this guy blows up my phone again saying, "Listen, you know what? I've just decided I want you to be happy. And so you can just have it at no charge. I'm just going to give you a full refund and you don't even have to return it." He's basically admitting that, yeah, the ones that he's selling on eBay are fake. And, he did have it listed as a replica, but in this case, replica was not supposed to mean fake because Nike makes the Nike Authentic MLB Players jersey, which is heavier, thicker, and then they make the one on the left, which is, well, they're both replicas. They make the replica, which is a lot cheaper. People would rather spend $45 to $60 than $175 to $250 plus tax. I mean, do the math. The sales tax here in California in some cities is 10.25%. Where I live in LA, it's 9.5%. That's a lot of extra dough on a $250 jersey at Dodger Stadium. Well, there's one other thing I should mention that it crossed my mind, like, oh my God, wonder if they're both fake, then I can't sell either one of them. The one that I know is fake from eBay, now that this guy basically admits and he's sending me all my money, no questions asked, and he's telling me just go ahead and keep it. That's definitely a fake. That's not going anywhere, other than maybe the garbage can. I wouldn't even donate this as a fake. I just wouldn't, because I wouldn't want to see somebody like Goodwill put it in their store for $100 and some, poor person who didn't know better buy it. So the one on the right, which I do believe to be authentic, is still listed on Facebook Marketplace. It's highly undervalued. It should be going for at least $60. I've got it for $40. If anybody besides the 12 other people that are messaging me since yesterday want it, let me know. But let me have you put in the comments, what do you guys think about these Nike jerseys? The differences between the authentic MLB Players jersey versus the Nike replica versus the ones that are real, legit, counterfeit, fake, bootleg, whatever you want to call it. Let me know. And I am signing off. Good night. Well, it's the next day and I am back. I hope you're still here because Houston, we have a problem. It really kind of bugged me last night while I was lying in bed. I kept thinking about how the potential buyer was just all like nervous about the one on the right, even though it has some of the things that the one on the left didn't have. And I started doing some more middle of the night deep dive research. And I found out the tag that you see hanging from the arm, but that's not supposed to hang from the arm. It's supposed to hang from the inside of the collar where they put a little paper tag. So maybe that's why on the obviously fake one, there was a little piece of paper because with a real Nike, they do put a little piece of tag or a little piece of paper tag here, and that's where they hang the clothing tag. So somebody must have taken that out because it probably had fake tags on it. Well, what I thought were the legit tags on the one on the right, they're hanging in the wrong spot. That immediately made me suspicious, very suspicious. So I did some more research and I found out that all Nike clothing has what's called the wash tag. And it hangs from the inside, from the seams, as you can see on the sides there. There should be a wash tag stating what type of washing machine, what temperature, can it be dried. There is no wash tag. Should be a double set of tags there. And the only tags that are there are these tags that are the sales tags that are in the wrong spot. So then I was like, oh, geez, I don't think I saw wash tags. Let me go check. So I get up out of bed about 2 a.m. and I check, no tags. Then I start turning this thing inside out and I look at it and I'm like, that doesn't look right. Like the patching, the threading on the patch doesn't look right. And then I find out that even though on even the expensive ones, the $250 ones, that even though the lettering looks like it's pressed and the numbers look like, well, they look like they're patched, but they're actually semi-pressed, and then they put the embroidery around it to make it look like a patch. But it's actually not a patch, even on the legit expensive ones and the legit less expensive one. It is semi-pressed with threading around it. So these on the fake obviously have a patch. On the one that I thought was legit also has the numbers and the name Otani sewed on like a patch. It shouldn't be that way. Then I look at this. If you can look at the Otani up close, look at the A. It's like cardboard in the middle. Look at the H. See how there's a piece hanging off the top and right where the cross on the H goes? Look at all these crappy threads hanging. Look how crappy the number looks. And then I'm like, oh my God. So even on the back here, it doesn't look so good on the back of the front. So my deduction here is that, well, definitely the one on the left from eBay is fake. I mean, the guy basically admitted to it by giving me the shirt for free because, he doesn't want me to make a counterfeit report. So that's a dead giveaway. He wouldn't give away a $60 jersey for free. But look at that one. Looked pretty good in the front, didn't it? Pull the tags out. The tags that are on the wrong spot looks pretty good, doesn't it? But I believe that the potential buyer, that was the woman from Pasadena, I think her spidey senses were right. And I cannot sell this. I will not sell this. It has been taken off Marketplace. I'm still getting messages about it. I haven't bothered to answer any of the messages today. I don't know how I'm getting those messages when the product is not even listed anymore. It's not listed on Mercari either. I have since made a report to Mercari. Hopefully that buyer protection fee that they now charge, which is so ridiculous. Hopefully that's going to help me, and I will be reimbursed for this one before I end up throwing it in the garbage. Yeah, they're both garbage. I think I'll keep the counterfeit on the left just for myself, but the one on the right is going in the garbage. Thank you for watching, and please let me know your thoughts in the comment section.
It's nothing new, but it's so good to see you. We do this every day, and I'm still so amazed.